All right, Norwood. Final part of the Falcons segment. Last year, you had the Falcons in the first 10 games going 8-2. That obviously didn't work. It just didn't work. So,
but my ending roster wasn't far off.
Rationalize all you want to. Let's go.
No, I mean, show me the baby. Show me the baby.
Let's go through the Falcons schedule.
Get this pulled up so I can make an ass of myself in front of the world.
It's right here. I got it right here.
I need to see it on my own right here. Yeah.
First game. First, we'll do it in 6 game segments. Falcons' first game is at home against the Saints. Then we go at Los Angeles Chargers, at Seattle Seahawks, home versus Cleveland, at Tampa Bay, home versus San Francisco.
All right, so let's do it. Let's hit it. All right, number 1, I want y'all to go on this ride with me. We're going to beat the Saints at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I don't know what y'all stadium used to be named, but the Falcons on Mercedes. Now, Los Angeles Rams, I'm going to be very honest with myself. We're going to take that L. We're going to take that L. It's unfortunate, but we're going to probably won't even be close. Seattle Seahawks, they have 2 starting number 1 quarterbacks. And I once learned from a man, if you have 2 quarterbacks, then you have no quarterbacks. So we beat those guys. Cleveland Browns, we will be playing against Jacoby Brissett and the Cleveland Browns. And this is a game in Atlanta. I think we win this game. So at this point, I know I'm probably going to be wrong, but we 3-1. I'm confident. I believe in myself. Week 5, we play against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Touchdown Tom is going to whoop our ass. We'll be 3-2. Week 6, very big game. This is a trap game for the 49ers. We don't know what we got in Trey Lance yet, or what they have in Trey Lance. The 49ers should win that game. That is a game that I would love for us to steal. But I think that puts us at 3-3. Is that right?
You have us lost
3-3.
Lost at 3-3. My first 6 game prediction: win versus the Saints, loss versus Los Angeles Rams, loss versus Seattle. I think we lose to Cleveland. I think that game's gonna be closer than most people think. Loss versus Tampa Bay, loss versus Cleveland, loss versus San Francisco. I think we're 2-4 in the first 6 games.
Okay, so I picked 3-3. You picked 2-4. Mm-hmm. Also, since both of us think that Mariota's probably out of here before the 49ers game, what game do you think that he gets fired in?
Huh? Wait, rephrase that. What'd you say?
We all think that Mariota will not be the starter by week 6. So in these first 6 games, we both expect him to be sent to the bench. What game do you think that Desmond Ridder takes over in?
Game 3, but not for the reasons you think. Game 3, after game 2, or game 2 of the season, we play the Los Angeles Rams.
Mm-hmm.
We just went through our 53-man roster and said we don't know who our right guard is going to be. Which means we have a placeholder to guard Aaron Donald. We just saw Aaron Donald.
On that man's downfall.
We just saw Aaron Donald swinging knives while he trains and swinging 2 helmets against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Marcus Mariota will be running for his life that whole game. And for what I've seen so far, Mariota don't know how to slide. All that is the recipe for Desmond Ridder starting game 3. At Seattle on the road and having a good game against Seattle on the road because Seattle isn't that good. And the defense is going to play well, and he will be the starting quarterback. And he will have the fairy tale start of winning against Seattle, having a close game against Cleveland, getting blown out against Tampa Bay because it's Tom Brady who's going to welcome you to the league, and then he's going to have a really close game against San Francisco. And we're going to fall in love with Desmond Ridder, and then we get to the other bullshit-ass part of our schedule, probably the easiest part of our schedule. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on. So first, it's something that I did not take a moment here. You deal with Aaron Donald. I don't know who the Saints have it in. Then you come back and deal
Cam
with
Jordan.
Jadeveon Clowney. Oh, Cam Jordan with the Saints. Yes, Cam Jordan with the Saints. Aaron Donald, Seattle. I don't know who their monster end is. I know Cleveland has Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett. Then you come back and you just deal with the Saints in general. And then you come back and you have the Bosa brother with the 49ers. Jesus.
Yeah. Destroyed.
If I'm Desmond Ridder,
I don't want to
am
play.
getting in the best physical shape of my life. Because I know it's only a matter of time before this job will be handed over to me. He's not going to make it through all of these guys unscathed. And if I just keep doing what I'm doing, if I keep my head down and keep playing good football, life will handle things for me.
Wait. And then you get to, okay, so then he plays. So 7 through 12 at Cincinnati. They just came back from the Super Bowl. They actually have they have a decent defensive line too. Versus Carolina, versus the Chargers, at Carolina, and Khalil Mack, at Carolina, versus Chicago, at Washington. So the next 6 games, what is your record there? Go through that for me.
I had the wrong. Lose to the Bengals. Joe's just a better quarterback. We beat the Panthers at home. Whooped by the Chargers. We lose to the Panthers in Charlotte. We beat the Bears. And I think we gotta beat the Commanders.
So you got us at 3-3 again.
I know that people always like, Norwood, you're a homer and you just believe your team. It's the Commanders. And the Bears. Am I wrong for believing that we're better than the Bears and the Commanders?
According to everybody else in the NFL, yes. Because we're the worst team in the league, according to everybody else.
The Bears' best player don't even want to play there anymore.
No, he wants to play there. He just wants to get paid. And they don't.
No, he asked for a trade. When you ask for a trade, I assume you're no longer interested in playing there, which I understand why. It's the Chicago Bears. And you just saw Khalil Mack get to the Chargers with Justin Herbert. I want out of this. I want to blow this popsicle stand, my friend. I don't want anything else to deal with this.
So you got us at 3-3 again. Loss, win, loss, win, win. Yeah, so you're at right now in the second 6. I'm writing this down, and I'm gonna have.
Am I crazy? Tell me, because I don't know what happened last year. I'm following reasonable logic here. I don't feel like I'm being explosive or stepping out on a limb for believing that we can beat the Bears and the Commandos.
So I think we lose to Cincinnati. We beat Carolina.
At their place?
No, at home.
Okay.
I feel bad for our offensive line because it's going to be a long day in Atlanta against the Chargers, boy. Woo, that's going to be a long day. That might be a blowout for the Chargers because Justin Herbert is that dude. At Carolina, this is Reggie's homer.
I don't know if Herbert's that guy.
Shit. This is Reggie's homer. Reggie thinks we're going to beat Carolina. I think we're going to sweep Carolina this year. I don't like Baker Mayfield. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield. I don't believe.
Broom Davis said, "Pull out this broom. We finna sweep that thing, boy." You're a homer.
I don't believe in really anything that Carolina has. Christian McCaffrey hasn't played a whole season since Stanford.
Christian McGlassfrey.
Chuba Hubbard. I mean, he's good, but I mean,
ish.
I don't believe in them. We'll see. Now they have the chance to prove me wrong, but I don't believe in them. And then versus Chicago, I think we beat Chicago. We owe Washington. We owe Washington. We owe them because they stole a game from us last year. And Chase Young will either just be coming back off injury, or I'm hoping that Chase Young isn't 100%. But they still have all those they have Deron Payne and all those other guys at defensive tackle. I'm going to say we lose to Washington. So tragic. I have us at 3-3 as well. You have us losing to Carolina and beating Washington. I have us sweeping Carolina and losing to Washington. So we're both at 3-3 for the second. So I have us at 5-7. You have us at 6-6. This is where it gets dicey. Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Baltimore, Arizona, Tampa Bay. Good Lord.
Pittsburgh. But is Pittsburgh good?
We don't know.
Kenny Pickett? Like,
he's not
wrong for saying that?
He's not starting. Mr. Trubisky is.
Okay, even I think you're better. That's the setup. As we almost enter 2023, I want you to do a better job of acknowledging the setups before they arrive. That is the setup, and Reggie set me up.
Yep.
I don't know what I don't know. I don't have enough information about the Pittsburgh Steelers to make a confident decision on who they are or what they are. Only thing I know is Tomlin is a pretty good coach.
Pretty good. They haven't had a losing season since he's been there.
Okay, I was trying to be humble and give us a chance to win this game.
We have a chance.
I'm not gonna pick us to win this game.
I
don't have a reason. I don't know why we won't win this game. But I have to be realistic. If I don't know why we won't win it, I probably don't know why we will win it. So, Steelers. Hopefully we can just nothing crazy happens during the bye week. We survive that. Saints at the Superdome, we lose that one. Woo. Ravens, lose that one. Cardinals, lose that one. Bucks, lose that one.
So you got us going 0-5 for the last part of the season, which I can't. Is that what you have? That's fine with me. That puts us at 5-12.
The only thing that you can really pray for is that the Bucks in week 18 are not playing for anything, and we can just steal a win,
which I doubt. I don't think they're not playing for anything. But so you got us. Do you have us at 0-5 or 1-4? Which one you got?
1-5. And I think that puts us back into the situation where we relook at, damn, Desmond Ridder played well for a little bit and then just fell off the face of the earth, and we're right back at looking at, do we draft Bryce Petty?
So do we draft who?
Bryce Petty.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, yes.
Bryce Petty plays for Baylor.
Baylor, correct.
So final games. Pittsburgh. You said who do they have? Outside of quarterback, the starting running back, Najee Harris, 1,200 yards rushing, 400 yards receiving, 1,600 total yards as a rookie. Backup running back, Benny Snell. Third running back, Anthony McFarland Jr.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
I like him.
Very
what
good.
Receivers do they have besides Pickens?
Deontay Johnson, who they just re-signed, super fast. Chase Claypool as the number 2.
And Pickens. Jesus.
George Pickens as the number 1. Tight end.
And
Pat
Kenny
Freeman.
Pickens started by then. Because Mr. Trubisky will be headed. He'll probably be home by then.
Defense: Cam Hayward, Alalu, Ogunjobi, and T.J. Watt. Linebackers: Devin Bush. They did sign Miles Jack, who still runs a 4.440. Alex Highsmith.
He was with the Jaguars, wasn't he?
Yep.
That's where he's drafted.
Came out of UCLA, played running back and linebacker.
Yep.
Alex Highsmith, who came from Coastal Carolina, who is actually really, before you hated Coastal Carolina, who's actually really, really good.
Thank you for your clarification. Greatly appreciate it.
Levi Wallace at their cornerbacks are probably their weakness. Levi Wallace and Cameron Sutton, but their safeties are their strength in Terrell Edmonds, Minka Fitzpatrick, and
Move
DeMonte
on,
Casey.
man. Move on. We're going to lose that game.
So it sounds like to me we'll probably lose that game. Fuck, I hate the Saints, man. But in New Orleans in December, when the Saints probably have something to play for, maybe trying to get to a wild card, it's going to be tough for us to beat them. I would love to beat them and beat them a week before Christmas. That would be a wonderful, but we're going to lose to that. At Baltimore will be on Christmas Eve, in the cold, in the snow.
That's a L.
Baltimore will be...
Lamar going to get rich on us.
Lamar trying to get a new contract. Baltimore is in the division with the Bengals and the Browns and the Steelers, so they'll be vying for a spot, as well as Pittsburgh will be vying for a spot. We're not beating them. Won't even come close unless there's now injuries, y'all. Now, I will say this now. Don't try to hold our feet to the fire and say y'all said we were going to win 5 to 7 games, and then if everybody gets hurt and we go 1-15, that just y'all know that.
Wait, you talking about the way that people held me to the fire when I expected Calvin Ridley to play and then
he got hurt? He hurt himself.
Hurt everybody.
Yeah.
That's the part that nobody leaves on to Norwood's Falcons prediction. Calvin Ridley.
Arizona. Well, no. Calvin Ridley was not going to get us to 8-2. But Arizona and Tampa Bay. I have us losing to Tampa Bay.
Do you?
Arizona is sneaky. J.J. Watt. They got J.J. Watt, who he still may have lost a step or two, but we have no left.
Hopkins back.
We have no guard. So whoever our guard is just good. You might as well put on a seatbelt for the season because you about to go for a ride with Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt and all them other people you got to play. The Payne brothers.
You're not sure that. When was the last time that J.J. Watt played in Week 17?
Who is our guard? Oh, you said played in Week 17.
Yes. No disrespect, but I'm not worried about Week 17 J.J. Watt.
So
it's a very low chance that. And you got to think, he's in the NFC West. So they won't be probably playing for anything at that point either.
I'm going to say that we beat the Cardinals. Before you said all of that, that was going to be my steal. I think that is going to cement Desmond Ridder as the starter for next year. I think that's his going into the offseason game. So that means I have us at 1-4. You have us at 0-5. That means your final prediction is 6-11. My final prediction is 6-11. Would you look at that? So the Falcons, we predict to go 6-11 and have probably a top 12 pick for next year. It's there. I will try to edit this.
And that will be a success.
Yep, I will try to edit this so that you can see who picked who. Or who picked whom. And yeah. That's it. That's it, man.
But yes, I think the 6-11 is a successful season. I think that we're the only people who think that the Falcons win 6 games this season. And I don't think it's unreasonable.
I don't either. I think 6-11 is a big FU to everybody else that picked us to go 2-15. I think that's a big FU. So shout out to the Falcons. I think 6-11 is attainable. Oh, House of the Dragon comes out tonight. Is attainable.
Yeah, imagine being bad and that still being an accomplishment. We have so much work to do.
So far to go. And then we'll head into the off season. And what I hope happens is for next year, the off season, we have money now. Matt Ryan comes off the books. Julio comes off the books. All that dead money comes off the books after this season. And we'll finally be able to sign some of these people. Sign some free agents.